Yes, you have fun, but there's more to it. So you send a message from California to New York City. So the drummers had to say the same thing. If someone said Inisoma, which is good morning in Malinke, the next guy's got to say the same thing. The same message, not, oh, what's up? No, it doesn't cut it. See, so the drummers effectively originally were trained. So when you know that, you just understand there's different ethnic groups, a lot of different ethnic groups, but the drummers had enough knowledge to go between them. So if I said to Nagadef Mangavirak Nakasafer, that's Wolof. If I said to Ishala ni Wawa, it's Yoruba. If I say Kedu, it's Igbo. If you start going through Mbote, Congolese, you have to hear language. And when you hear the language, it makes more sense to you rather than, oh, just play the drum. You don't beat drum. You don't beat your wife, you don't beat the kids, you don't beat the drum. You play the drum. See? So when you know how to get the sound with, let's say, one hand. So when you train yourself, when you're saying something, you actually can do, the language is in the drumming. The difference was that in the colonization of the so-called world over here, about 400,000 African people got to America. I don't know how many got in the ocean. But between 8 to 12 million went to Puerto Rico, Cuba, Central America, South America. Nosotros hablamos en español. You understand what I said? 8 to 12 million went to South and Central America speaking Spanish mostly. So over here, if you drum outside of Congo Square, New Orleans, you might get hurt. You might get punished. You might get beat. And you had to pay $25. And how did we have $25? No. So you had to see the difference between, so that's why in America people put it here, there, swap, bap, and put it in their voice instead of necessarily playing the drum. But if you combine the two, you have it all. So everything you hear that they call wawango, rumba, rumba is a word over here, rumba, because they couldn't say chumba, the TCH sound, which is in Congo. So when you start going between languages, it's different. Congo with a K, Congo, Ba Congo, Mbote, Sanguanine, Jinalaganin. So you hear it in a language that sound like people singing to you. They are. But when you know the language more, it makes more sense to you. So when you start knowing that, you can actually put things into rhythm and help people, heal people, do what you want. But that's deeper knowledge than most people have. We're just playing to amuse themselves. But when you hear it correctly, I could put 2,000 drummers here right next to you and never hurt your eardrum. I can take one guitar and tune it in such a way that it's off and make your ear bleed. So realize the difference between, I'll say, if you want to say harmonious or organic sound and electrified stuff, that's the difference. So I can put the drums all here. I could sit at the table and put that man in the middle and put 50 drums that won't hurt his ear. One guitar, the wrong way, you could bleed. So sound. People think sound is just something to be taken for granted. You have a subatomic particle, then you have an atom, a molecule, a cell, an organism, a body, and everything has frequency, vibration, rhythm. 1 second, something went from your toe to your head. 1 second, something went from not only her toe to her head, but about 75,000 miles in space, and nothing bumped into each other and said, get out of my way. That's what we don't realize. So you realize how much harmony there is in the universe at a atomic, if you start talking about just the physics of it. That's what's really going on. So it's in the language, it's in the sound, it's in the culture. So with that, I say Nagadef Mangefirek. My name is Abdul Latif Tounkara. For those who want to know what it means, Abdul in Islamic means blessed servant of God. So you have Abdul Razak, Abdul Karim, Abdul Karim, Abdul everything. You'll get tired of hearing Abdul. But when you know the second part, Latif means the blessed one. It was a prophet, so Abdul Latif literally means the blessed one. Here, people don't know. Before I came in, some lady who happened to be Cajun, I love your name. I laughed because you don't know what I said. I could have said booger to you. You don't know what I said. But they like the vibration of it. See? So when you know that, Bell is from the name of the royal family of Cameroon. Tounkara comes from the name of the royal family of Mali. So if you know somebody's complete name, they're telling you a heritage. If they're telling you a heritage. So when you start going between the names anywhere in Africa, you start saying where he's from, where they're from, or what their family meant, and why they named him or her, whatever that is. It's not just, we had nothing else to do, so we named you Jane. No, no. It happens here, but not quite the same way. So people are doing it. When you have the knowledge, it makes a difference. So the knowledge of what you're doing in the drumming is the knowledge of everybody in the world, as far as I know. I quote myself, that way you can't argue, right? So as far as I know, everybody in the world had a mama. And everybody, whether you Japanese, Chinese, German, heard this. 9 months, you heard your mother's heartbeat. If I take it down to the molecular level, that same rhythm is there. I push you in the dirt, you're going to hear that. So the universe repeats things again and again. So when you start saying what is sound, when your body's in harmony and you're healthy, the sounds in your body are aligned. When you don't feel good, you're out of harmony. Your body's trying to tell you something. We're busy, so you go take the drug, fine. It masks it, but it doesn't heal it. So you have to get yourself aligned. So sound. If I told you the azan, which is a Muslim call to prayer, if you say it correctly, it aligns everyone in your chakra. I don't know if you want to hear it. It goes like this. Allahu Akbar. When you say it right, what is the A sound? If I said you to your Yoruba, Ishe Baba mi lori mi, Ishe Baba mi lori mi, Oshe Baba mi, Olorume Baba Oshe Baba Nafea, O me Baba Rumepe. I basically said, if I take it into English, God is working on me, bless God, God bless you, God bless this, God bless that, God bless everything. So there's prayers that are said, and sometimes every prayer in the world was sung. You had to sing it. There wasn't no book to read. That's what people forget. No, somebody had to know it. So it was passed on the same as you had things passed on here with your mouth. So you had to be careful of what came out your mouth. See? It ties in. It's not separate. And that's what the disconnect is if you want to know. Any questions? That's how they said in Texas, questions. So I learned that. Okay, that's it. I'll play drum for a minute, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
We're going to start to serve lunch. You're going to continue to play the African drum beautifully, and we're going to have a good time. Amen? Let's do this. So you can identify the New Life Community Ministries staff. You're going to exit that back door, and lunch is being served. Grab your plate and come on back to the activity center. Okay? Enjoy your lunch.